trash. To the world, he had no purpose. So that doctor backed off. But he sent us to I'm going to use this chair. He sent us to a specialty doctor, who, genetic doctor, who then painted a picture, the worst picture he could. He said, look, Mr. and Mrs. Witwer, your baby is going to have Down syndrome problem. And the baby with Down syndrome, you can expect it's probably just going to go and they're going to sit in the corner, they're going to drool on themselves, they're going to rock back and forth, they may hit their head on the wall. You want to keep that baby. And I said, yes, I want to keep that baby. And so they fought us kind of tooth and nail, and then they finally gave up. And they said, okay, well, we'll go through with this. As we went through the pregnancy, they do normal ultrasounds to make sure everything's okay. The next ultrasound, they found 2 holes in Bryson's heart. It was an AV heart canal defect. Very common in kids with Down syndrome. There's a hole in this chamber, there's a hole in this chamber, and so all the blood is mixing around. It's not good. So now he's going to have open heart surgery if he makes it through pregnancy. So Alicia has a book at home. I don't know, probably 100, 200 ultrasound pictures in 3D, 4D, whatever, of Bryson's pregnancy. He made it through pregnancy, and they told us, when he's born, he'll be blue. We're going to shuttle him off to the NICU, and he'll stay there, and hopefully he lives through that, and if he does, then you can take him back. So, pregnancy time came, or delivery time came. He was born pink. He peed on the doctor. He did go to the NICU. Then he came back. They sent him home with us. And he was at home with us for 5 days. In the middle of the night, my wife woke up for no reason and just felt like she needed to check up. And she walked over, and he wasn't breathing. He went into early heart failure. So we rushed him back to the hospital. They put him in the hospital, and so for the next several months, we just played the home, hospital, home, hospital, home, hospital. Ideally, with a child with this kind of heart defect, you want them to be able to have open heart surgery around 3 months. Here's the problem with that is that they need to weigh about 13 pounds. Which for most of you, a 3-month-old baby is way over 13 pounds. But for my baby, that would be a pretty chunky baby. So we went in for one of our random ultrasounds to see how the heart was doing with the heart doctor. And he said, oh, something's wrong. Okay, bring the nurse in. They were checking, brought another doctor in. Something's wrong here. Huh. He's only got 1 hole in his heart. Not quite sure how that happened. I love when things happen to doctors and they just get it. That's interesting. So, his heart, not all of it, but 1 hole was healed. Ironically enough, that allowed Bryson to, first of all, get to 3 months. Second of all, be 14 pounds when he went into surgery. Here's what they said. If he's under 13 pounds, then when we go to sew him up, it's like trying to sew up wet tissue paper. So, to this point, I made it sound just kind of like la da 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 da. This was unbelievably traumatic for me, handling it. So far, you've heard, oh, got shot, all that. This was nothing compared to what I was going through with Bryson. For my first time in my life, I couldn't fix it. For the first time in my life, I couldn't just go do it. Okay? I couldn't just go have the surgery for it. Okay? I couldn't just take the pain for it. So for the first time in my life, my hands were tied, and I was just watching this baby. So when you don't have information, when people don't have information, they fill in the blanks with their own information. And since we didn't really know what to expect from this heart surgery that was coming up, they gave us some flyers and stuff, but we didn't really know what we were in for. So we filled in the blanks with our own information. So her and I laugh at this now, but we really thought that he was gonna be sitting on a thing that they take away on the bed. What's the bed called? Gurney. He's gonna be sitting on a gurney, crying, saying, "Mommy, are you kidding me?" He could barely suck a bottle. Okay, he wasn't sitting up. He wasn't saying words. Okay, but this is what we had in our mind. And so we were going through this struggle. And I just felt like, man, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know where to go with this. I don't know how to handle this. All I knew to do was to go to the Bible.
That's right.
All I knew to do was to go to the Bible. And I began to just search the scriptures, read, study, and it was the only thing that brought me any kind of peace at all. And the Lord spoke to me and he said, "Dale, here's a skinny buddy. If you cannot put Bryson in the back of your jet, drive 5 hours to Portland, have open heart surgery, and come back with an empty car seat and be okay with it, then you can. Bryson's not your kid. I give you kids to steward. I love that kid more than you do. I love Bryson. I love Bryson. I love you, and I love Alicia. I love Bryson. Him coming home with me, that's not the worst thing in the world. That's the best thing in the world. And I just began struggling with this, and I told Alicia, look, we can't do this. We cannot do this unless we're not going to blame God if we come home with Christ. She didn't think that was a good idea at first. We talked, we prayed, we sought the Lord's counsel, and we came together and we said, God, He's your kid. 3 months is what we get, or 3 months is what we get.